Chapter 6, Experiences of Life and Business. Your life is made of 2 dates and a dash. Make the most of the dash. Unknown. After I read the book A to Great by M.K. Mueller, my life was forever changed. I became aware of my thoughts, both positive and negative. I remember reading in the car with my husband on a road trip and just taking notice of his comments as we drove. And I shared the input from the book. From then on, I have tried living my life from a more positive mindset. No one is perfect, so I find myself having to reel myself back in when a negative thought comes to me or when I gossip. I immediately think of my interruption mantra, and I say it to myself silently or even aloud. When you have positive thoughts, more positive thoughts come to you. Also, positive things show up in your life. Life is all about inflows and outflows. So what inflows are creating thoughts for you? Are those thoughts then pouring out of you and creating thoughts that you want to change? I found I couldn't watch the news any longer. If I need to see the weather, I look at the weather app on my phone. The news was depressing. It was full of reports of disasters, crimes, politics, and such, and was a buzzkill for starting my day. Also, my commute to work was a great opportunity to learn, also known as Drive University for me. So I downloaded audiobooks from the public library and listened to motivational podcasts. Often the timing of the information was impeccable. For instance, as I am writing this book, I would hear authors talk about when they were writing their books and all the reasons to keep writing. So here we are. Hope you're enjoying the journey and beginning to love life more each day. As I say, we each get one chance at this thing called life. Let me expand further on Drive University. Let your car or commute be a university on wheels. Listen to podcasts, audiobooks, or other forms of growth materials to help you take your life to the next level. I started when cassette tapes and DVDs were the mode of audio trainings. Now I use downloaded podcasts and downloaded audiobooks from the local library or Amazon on my cell phone with the auxiliary cord in my car. When I commute to meetings, I view this as my time for me to listen to even more new material. I have read and listened to more books over the last 2 years than I ever have in my life. I'm a personal growth junkie and try to find one or two new ideas to implement from each book. It's all about baby steps, slow and steady. So find topics and books that interest you, and whether it's in your car, while you're on the train or bus, or even during your workout, grow your mindset with new material. I find it is also a great way to pass the time when doing chores as well. I attended a leadership training for those helping others. During the time of the training, top leaders were interviewed at random, and they were asked if they achieved results in their comfort zone or outside their comfort zone. All of them responded that their growth happened when they went outside of their comfort zone. They had more fun, helped more people, saw more financial results. So living life at your full potential means living outside your comfort zone. I find that when I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, my very own thoughts can get in the way and be roadblocks. So I often I am the one holding myself back. Sometimes that can be harder to overcome than when someone else is holding you back. As a competitive overachiever, I can get past other people's opinions easier and faster than my own. I've done a lot of personal development and self-belief work. I continue to build on that daily with positive inflows. I am always growing and remind myself to put my blinders on so that I'm not comparing myself to others. Writing in a journal, always dating the entries, helps me to write my true feelings. At the beginning of starting my business, I experienced a lot of negativity from those that I was close to and valued their opinions as well. It brought up a lot of deep emotion to the surface. So journaling gave me a place to write those feelings and help me think about everything. I began realizing I was a people pleaser and I needed to do something for me. I would hear those opinions, analyze, and make my own conclusion based on my own belief. Stop for a moment and get honest with yourself. What beliefs are limiting your greatness and full potential? What could help you step into your truth? Where do you want your life to go? If you're asking yourself these questions, it may be hard to finish them all at once. Often it's not something people have ever done. When you get intentional with asking yourself those questions, you can see that where you are currently are and what you would like to change. These gaps don't have to be made up or changed in a day, just as Rome wasn't built in a day. Outline the small changes you can make every day to help you get one step closer. Remember, you're not comparing your journey with those that have gone before you. Focus on you. Stay in your own lane. As if they were on the highway, you can take the slow lane or the fast lane. The choice is yours. Along the way, you may pass other cars or people, but you are not comparing yourself to them. Remember, comparison is a thief of joy. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to build my legacy. Most of this book was written while I exercised. As I am writing this, I am taking my morning walk on the track. I have found that I can write when I exercise. My creative side comes in sprints and chunks. It becomes more difficult for me to write when I sit down at the computer for writing time. To write, all I needed was my phone and the notes section, and away I write. My writing time seems to be in increments of 15 to 30 minutes during those pockets of time of my week and exercise. If you have a dream to become a writer, do something different, I challenge you to find a way, make a way for your dream. Many of the great authors were not full-time authors when they began writing their books. I've been building my business while working full-time. It wasn't until the year that I made a career change to allow me to free up time. So I'm trying to write this book and build my business. Always remember, you can do anything and achieve anything you put your mind to. If you're building a business or want to meet more people, networking groups are a great way to do so. Early on, when I was a financial advisor, I was a member of several networking groups who built relationships with other professionals who also wanted to expand their network. When you are in sales or any business that is built on relationships, it is important to expand your network. At one time, friends would call me the networking queen. It was a way for me to step outside my comfort zone and help me overcome my shyness. There were times that I would just do short presentations to a group, which helped me get comfortable with speaking in front of groups. Trust me, I still get nervous and I feel like I could get sick at times, but it becomes more comfortable. You never know when speaking could set you apart from the competition. Once during an interview for a new position, they asked us all to present on a specific topic. Apparently, I was the only one to stand and make the presentation, which helped them make the final decision for me to offer me the position. My advice for public speaking is to do it often. Practice your presentation. Know the material well, so if questions are asked, you can answer without getting flustered. Remember to take deep breaths, and lots of them. You will find yourself getting a lump in your throat or feeling like you need to take a drink of water. Just take a couple of deep breaths. If you have a PowerPoint slideshow, take a printed copy with your own notes and note cards so you aren't reading from the slides. Your audience can read the slides. It's not necessary to read every slide to them. And networking is about building a relationship with others. Take time out of your schedule to schedule a coffee or lunch to get to know those that you want to develop a relationship with. It's all about the time. It's all about what you put in it. Often I hear others say that networking is a waste of time. Maybe their expectations were more about what was in it for them, or maybe they were trying to sell the person on the spot. Don't get me wrong, some of my best clients have come from networking, but some after building a relationship, not selling them on the spot or with a product or service, or being Johnny on the spot. I relate networking to dating. You aren't going to propose on the first date. It takes time to build a relationship. I can tell a lot about how someone treats their clients when I contact them to schedule a coffee. Are they organized enough to keep the appointment? Do they show up to the appointment? You'd be surprised it has happened. No call, no show. Not a good sign if you're looking for professionals that you can refer business to. Are they someone you would do business with yourself? It doesn't mean you have to or you are, but I don't refer to others that I wouldn't do business with myself. If you are new to networking, I suggest trying several different groups to find what fits you most. There are some groups that are very structured and expect you to bring referrals to others in the group each week. Have a cost to join and have one spot for each person in each industry. If you're a financial advisor, there is not more than one in the group. Then there are more casual groups that are more of a social gathering, like a happy hour or a chamber of commerce coffee. This is the type of event that will require you to mix and mingle. I have been to speed networking events as well, where you get to meet someone new every few seconds or minutes. They are a lot of fun. I recommend trying out all types of events so you meet different people and have a chance to get out of your comfort zone. For those of us that are shy, this can help you dip your toe in the pool without having to do a cannonball. When attending these events, be prepared. Practice your elevator speech before you go. Be authentic and compelling. Paint a visual of what it is you do. how you help people and what an ideal client looks like. Bring a stack of business cards, dress professionally, be able to say your elevator speech in a minute or less. When you introduce yourself to someone, ask for their business card first, then you can hand them yours. You'll find some people will come unprepared or purposely not bring business cards, so I would ask them for their name and email at the end of the conversation. Often there is something we talk about that I may want more information on. Or if you were simply having an interesting conversation, I would meant to continue the conversation next time when we meet for coffee or lunch. So I will be the one to make the initial contact. It's a great opportunity to connect with them on LinkedIn as well. Simple tool to ask questions about others and connect. People love to talk about themselves. It is called form. So F-O-R-M. So the F stands for from and family. So where are they from? O for occupation, R for recreation, M for motivation. Jessica's networking top 5. Number 1, be interested, not interesting. Talk less, listen more, and be genuine. Number 2, get to the event early or before the program starts to maximize the time to talk and network. Number 3, ask others for their business card or email, then you can give them yours. Number 4, fortune is in the follow-up. Number 5, know your ideal referral. You can articulate who you want to do business with. The person you are talking with may be a good prospect or center of influence for you. Networking and connecting is fun and will help you build great relationships and increase your business revenue. The social media revolution is changing how we interact with friends, family, and business contacts. Once upon a time, we wrote letters to stay in contact with people. Now we post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, updates of our life. It's not official until it's officially posted on Facebook, right? Jokingly, I've made this comment, but it seems to hold true. It gives a way to connect with old classmates or those that have lost contact with you. For some, it is a way to share their home-based business with personal contacts. I have built a habit to post daily to 4 different social media sites. It started out with working out in the morning and wanting to share a motivational quote or picture with others. After consistently posting, it became a ritual and it's become natural, like brushing my teeth. It's just a way for me to share positive influence with others in a world that can be filled with positivity, with negativity and bad news. I wanted to give others a reason to be inspired and start their days in a positive mood. I use the Instagram app on my phone to post to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter instantaneously. Then I use the LinkedIn app to post it directly to LinkedIn. It's quick and painless. If you find yourself sharing your journey or story with lots of people, then it's something that could be a gift to help others. Think about blogging or writing a book. We can all have a different way of saying the same thing sometimes. Have your parents told you something that you didn't give much thought to, but when your best friend says it, then it totally makes sense. So what is that one idea that could change everything? Is it a business idea? Or maybe a marketing idea? How are you going to take your life to the next level? If you have a business, how can you set yourself apart from the competition?